Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and also to my podcast. As you know, this is video podcast, so you can enjoy this video podcast either on your phone while you're driving or in the bus or in tube, or also you can watch this on my YouTube channel. So today I would like to talk to you about a very common topic, which is 3 reasons why your muscles are not growing related to training. Training mistakes can really kill your muscle gains. This is not doubt about it. A lot of people are experiencing that in their everyday experiences in their lives because they are trying hard. They're putting a lot of effort, substantial effort into gyms every day, and the muscles are not growing as they are expecting. So there must be something wrong there. And yes, that is a problem. And I have seen a lot of mistakes relating to training. So I want to discuss them today with you. We're going to start. Reason number 1 is not prioritizing basing compound exercises. So this is one of the most common mistakes that I can see nowadays in the gyms. Thanks to technological advances and obviously manufacturing innovations, gym equipment has become very, very important business for many manufacturers, and people are trying to do everything in order to maximize their profits. So now we have gym machines, resistance equipment, which are focusing on every single muscle. So not even every single muscle, but let's say you have machines for lateral raises, you have machines for rear delts, you have machines 1 arm, 2 arms for every single muscle, part of the muscle even. So there are tons of different resistance machines in the gyms now, which are actually confusing a lot of people. Now, there are also a new wave, if I may call them modern gurus, who have created some new training systems which are based exclusively or mainly on isolating exercises which you can perform with cable machineries, different particular pieces that will focus on, let's say, only on your glutes, only on your outside head of the triceps, inside head, this particular muscle, that particular muscle. So this is something new, clearly. Now, people are confused, and why they're attracted to this new, mainly isolating exercises is because these exercises are not as intense and they don't require enough effort as, for example, multi-joint compound exercises require. So in a way, it's much easier to perform all these isolating single arm, single leg, single part of the muscle, whatever it is invented now. It's much easier and more pleasing than, let's say, to perform bent over rowing with barbells, or maybe barbell bench press or barbell squats. So they're very attractive for this reason. These exercises, they will make you feel that like you are achieving something, because you may feel that particular part of the muscle or particular muscle, but feeling it is not really enough. Just feeling the muscle doesn't mean that muscle will grow. So take for example riding a bicycle. If you sit on a bicycle or ride a bicycle few minutes up the hill, you will achieve great pump and you will really, really feel your quads. There is no doubt about it. But the question remains, will your quads grow from this particular exercise? No, they will not grow. Will your rear delts grow if you use single arm cable movement or something like that because you're feeling it? No, they will not grow. They will definitely not grow. And this is the problem. Now, all this new world, if you want to call it that way, has actually put people off basic multi-joint, multi-compound movements. If we look at the history of bodybuilding from 70s all the way up till now, and if we focus on advanced bodybuilders, so people who really develop big muscles and huge bodies, and we will conclude easily, there is absolutely no exception there, that every single one of them was actually doing primarily basic compound movements. Movements like squats, leg presses, hack squats, bent over rowings, pull-ups, pull-downs, bench presses, dips, barbell curls, shoulder presses. These movements have built all these big eyes everywhere you look in the world. I haven't seen anyone so far with exceptional muscular development who has been performing exclusively isolating exercises. That didn't happen. And I don't think it's going to ever happen. Now, not prioritizing, avoiding these basic compound exercises, I believe is one of the major reasons why many people don't see results when it comes to muscle growth. Now, don't get me wrong, you will still see these advanced bodybuilders using isolating exercises, but they will not be the main choice in their workouts. They will be complementary exercises, like, for example, people will use the leg extensions, advanced bodybuilders, to warm up their legs and their knees before they start doing squats or leg press. Or they will use some isolating movements, for example, for chest, like cable crossovers or pec deck machines, in order to reach that maximum pump at the end of their session after they already have done 3 or 4 compound movements. So beware of that. Neglecting and not prioritizing basic compound exercises is probably the most important reason why your muscles are not growing as you are expecting. Now, reason number 2 is overtraining. Now, overtraining is the problem that is mainly experienced among natural bodybuilders. So the reason for that is that a lot of people, a lot of natural bodybuilders are actually copying training systems and training techniques of professional bodybuilders that they can see on YouTube or maybe come across in the magazines, etc. But what they don't realize is that those professional bodybuilders are enhanced bodybuilders, so they can recover their muscles faster. If you are training your particular muscle group, while that muscle group is still not fully recovered, there is no way that muscle will grow. Muscle can only grow if it's fully recovered. So doing, for example, too many exercises per particular muscle group is not good, because you will overtrain, or doing too many sets. So I would not advise anybody who is natural to do more than 10 to 16 sets per muscle group. And training that you have witnessed, which is anywhere from 20 to 30 sets, is usually only beneficial for enhanced bodybuilders, because they can recover much faster. Also, copying training techniques of professional and advanced bodybuilders, like force reps, negatives, rest pose, etc. These training techniques are very advanced, and if you're natural, I would not advise you to do anything like that. Or if you do, maybe you do this every 3 to 4 weeks for a particular muscle. For example, if you do chest and you want to do a few force reps in 2 or 3 movements, compound movements, you can do it, but be very careful and don't do it in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So regarding enhanced bodybuilders, they can also overtrain. There's no doubt about it. Now, the reason for that is regardless of the powerful exogenic compounds that advanced bodybuilders take, those compounds can recover the muscle tissue much faster, but they are not effective in recovering connective tissues like tendons and ligaments, and also nervous system. So nervous system, endocrine system, as well as tendons and ligaments, they need time, they need rest. If you don't rest enough, they won't recover. So, for example, if you overtrain as an advanced bodybuilder, for example, your adrenaline, if you overproduce adrenaline, your adrenal glands will become exhausted, and you will enter the stage of the permanent stress, which will cause production of cortisol. And this is probably the last chemical that you want in your body if you are aiming to increase muscle size. So you need to be aware of that. So all these steroids and growth hormones, yes, they can recover your muscles, but they won't recover your endocrine system, your nervous system, and also, especially, connective tissues like tendons and ligaments. And this is why we have seen so many times, unfortunately, among professional bodybuilders, horrific injuries in which these people have actually torn their tendons, usually chest tendon, biceps tendon, triceps tendon, quad tendon, etc., etc. So these are obvious results, most extreme examples of overtraining among professional bodybuilders. Now, reason number 3 is wrong form. I have often emphasized the importance of good form in performing resistant exercises. What many people often do not understand is that intensity implicates good form. We cannot possibly talk about intensity, productive intensity, without considering good form as an essential part of it. So what it means if somebody puts too much weight, for example, on the bar and performs squats using bad form. So that particular individual will put a tremendous effort. He will do this with extreme intensity. He will move the weight from point A to point B, but that intensity will not be productive. Actually, that intensity will be counterproductive. It will burn endocrine hormones, it will tire the individual, but the force which was aimed at quadriceps won't be there. The force will actually shift somewhere else because the bad form will drive that force away from quads and usually on the back and especially on the lower back. So this can be seen in many different exercises. People often do wrong form performing, for example, bent over rowing, shoulder presses, bench presses, deadlift. They're putting tremendous effort, but that is not intensity that I'm talking about. All I'm interested in is productive intensity. So if you perform something in good form, maybe even with lighter weights, but you are hitting the targeted muscle, so the force is causing mechanical tension exactly where you want it to be. So if you do squats, you want it to be on the quads, not on your lower back, on your upper back. And this is another reason why people don't experience good results in growing muscle, despite the huge effort that they put into their training. The main cause of wrong form, apart from lack of knowledge in anatomy and biomechanics, is the desire to lift as much weight as possible. I don't know when this came from. It looks like powerlifting, but people who do that in the gyms, they're not real powerlifters. Powerlifters are different people, different story. Now, you see this in every single gym. This trend among men and women nowadays is like they want to perform that 1 or 2 reps of max weight for their personal best, and they are wrestling with weights, doing deadlifts, doing squats or bench presses or something. I don't know what they're trying to achieve seriously. If the goal is to achieve personal best in performing these particular exercises, fine, but that will not grow muscles. So another thing is that actually the risk of injury is going to increase dramatically. So to recap, there are 3 main reasons relating to training why your muscles are not growing. First is not prioritizing basic compound exercises. Second reason is overtraining. And the third reason is wrong form. So I hope you have got a message and you will pay attention to this when you plan or you contemplate your training system, your training techniques. So if you're interested in a more detailed explanation about most effective training systems and training techniques, best strategies for fat loss and muscle building, as well as healthy diets and nutrition that will help you achieve your goals, please visit my website, nashfittraining.com, where you will find my ebooks, which cover all of these subjects very much in detail. So you will benefit a lot if you are interested in that. On my website, you can also find other services that I provide, like telephone consultations, personalized training and nutrition programs, as well as personal training and online personal training. So I hope you have enjoyed this podcast, video podcast, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and also send me your comments, because they're very important for our community, because people learn from your experience as well as you can learn from other people's experiences, and comments are actually helping us to develop further discussions. I tend to answer all the questions that people send, and I also tend to record the videos which people have requested, shown interest. So yeah, please get in touch. And thank you very much again for tuning in and returning or joining my YouTube channel. So I wish you all the best, and I will see you in next video podcast.